How about over the weekend, that new Brett McMurphy story on what Zach Smith was apparently up to? And so many people are upset saying, what does that mean? What does that have anything to do? How is this germane to the story? And are you one of those who say that? Because it's just like, because...
No, I think it's real amusing.
It's not, first of all...
It's hilarious. It's
not funny, man.
But it's funny what he was buying and what he was doing at the White House.
Well, the White House... you want to talk about depraved, and I really mean this.
Like, that's just bizarre behavior.
I've been to the White House 3 times. Okay? I was at the White House twice for George W. Bush and once with Clinton. Okay? Once with Clinton, I went as a member of the Northwestern School of Journalism.
Oh, nice.
And twice with George W. Bush one time was for the White House Hanukkah party. Actually, I was there 4 times. 3 times with George W. Bush. White House Hanukkah party.
What?
For George W. Bush, yes. Okay. One time I did the White House lawn T-ball game on the South Lawn. I called it for W. And Susie was covering the Angels when they went to the White House.
Oh, nice.
And I actually got in the Oval Office that time because Susie was tight with Mickey Hatcher on that staff. And Mickey Hatcher was on the Rangers staff, and George Bush invited them in, and he waved me into the Oval Office. Okay?
Did one of these?
It's really a humbling, amazing experience. It really is. And for Zach Smith to allegedly do what he did in the White House is beyond depraved.
It's insane.
That he would actually think of doing what he is alleged to have done. And the reason why I bring all of this up is this is the one question I don't know if it's going to be answered at all at some point. This is the one question I want to have answered that I don't think will get answered out of all of this, which is Zach Smith the greatest wide receiver coach in the history of wide receiver coaches? Because why else would he be somehow kept on staff? Even if Urban Meyer didn't know all this stuff was going on, and why would he in a way? But there has to have been some outward depraved demeanor that would cause one to give one pause for a split second to think, at this position coach, can we maybe get another? That's what I took out of that story.
I thought you were going to say make sure he got the free 2-day shipping.
No, I mean, to the Woody Hayes Center.
What is this guy doing?
The Ohio State investigation has wrapped up. It now heads to the OSU Board of Trustees. The Ohio State University Board of Trustees receives the report first. And then I guess we'll find out Tuesday or Wednesday, and then they got to figure out if they know everything, or a report like Brett McMurphy, as lurid as it is, and as you might think as not germane to the situation as it may be, if they clear and then say something else happens. But they're 13 days away until the Oregon State University walks into the horseshoe.
You think Urban's on the sideline?
No, I told you, I think he's going to get suspended. And then, you even heard Bruce Feldman say, well, for what? It's worse. Either you
that's kind
get
of my
rid
point,
of him
like,
or nothing
right.
happens. No, you say something happened. He should have handled the situation at Media Day better. He should have handled the situation with Zach Smith better. Shouldn't have hired him in the first place. They'll come up with something where like I told you, it'll be a 3-game suspension. He'll miss the TCU game. The other 2 will be home games that they can win without him. They'll run the risk of losing a game on the road without him. Then he'll come back against Tulane, get a rousing standing ovation, and then be certainly on the sideline for the Big Ten opener against Penn State. Because he is one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah, that's what I kind of think. Nothing happens. A fine, maybe at most.
But then again, we also don't know what they found out.
Yeah.
The one thing, though, I do want to find out is why was Zach Smith so great at his job that he could not be let go until just now? Position coach.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.